What's up, you guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a very long time since I have filmed any long form content for this platform, but if you guys keep up with me, you guys will know that I film a lot of content for like TikTok and Instagram, so make sure that you guys are following those other platforms. Today we are going to be doing a foundation review. I feel like that's one of my favorite things to film and talk about, but before we get into the review, obviously a lot of changes, new hair color. I mean, there's just so much to update you guys on this specific platform. So I think the next video is when I really want to share a little bit more things in depth. But again, if you guys follow me on other platforms, you probably know about all the different changes and just little updates on my life and just family and stuff like that. So that's here nor there, girl. Okay, let's move on to why we are here, and that is to talk about the new Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the new Soft Lit Natural Luminous Longwear foundation. I just picked it up today. I was actually surprised to see it in store because when I go on the app, it says that it's only available online, but I was hunting it down. I was gonna make sure I got it, and I'm so happy I did. This is the shade 290. That's usually my shade in the foundation. For my reviews, I feel like if you've watched any of them, you know that I like to basically use the products that I know work for me, that are tried and true as I am trying out a new foundation to review. So I do want to talk about the specs for those who are just wanting a really in-depth review. Granted, you guys can do your own due diligence and look this stuff up, but you know, we want to be thorough. So for this foundation, it is hydrating, long wearing, medium coverage. It's a liquid formula, kind of obvious, and it's waterproof. So this is supposed to be a hydrating glowy foundation that's waterproof and reduces shine for a notch above natural finish, which I really love that description. We have medium coverage, and I'm hoping it's medium and buildable. What else does it say? It kind of supposed to give this golden hour glow in a bottle, which is what they were kind of marketing when they announced the foundation. It's supposed to hydrate, brighten, and improve the look of skin tone immediately and over time while resisting sweat, humidity, and transferring. That is something that I'm really excited about because I live in Arizona, so it's really hot. It's starting to get hot out here and it's quite disgusting, but that's here nor there. I need something that's going to resist, not necessarily humidity because it's a dry heat out here, but something that's going to resist sweat, that is going to be a little bit waterproof. I think one of the things about wearing makeup in the summers, I think we oftentimes like to go for super light, like skin tint, just really flush of color type of looks. I personally go for those more times than not because I don't want my makeup to feel uncomfortable and almost like it's melting off my face. So finding products that do the claims that this one is specifically saying, I gravitate towards. Based off of the claims, this kind of reminds me of the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, which I've recently got probably maybe a month or two ago, and I've been really enjoying it. And one of the claims for that foundation is to be waterproof and sweat resistant and work well in humidity. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be comparable to the Dior foundation. And I'm just hoping to, I'm personally looking forward to a radiant, luminous, yet like controls the shine type vibe. So we're just going to jump into it, girl. Ooh, and she's shaped a little bit differently. Let me grab my other one so we can compare. Okay, so these two, this one is the Pro Filter, the original foundation she launched. This is the new one. I think you guys can tell by the shape. It's just a different type of shape, but very, very similar packaging other than that. I loved the Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation, especially when it launched, but I think as time like evolved and my skin evolved and just different concerns that I have now and also things that I've improved, I do gravitate towards more of a natural type of finish, satin, something that plays on the lines of radiant but like somewhat semi-matte, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna just jump right in, Kelly. We're gonna go straight into color correcting. I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Peach. This is one of my favorite color correcting products. I like that it has coverage. I hate when color correctors don't have coverage because what is the point of view? So we're gonna do that. I have quite a bit of breakouts on my chin, so I really need to get that together. Okay, so we're just gonna hop straight into foundation. I'm super excited. I'm gonna pump some on my little palette. And I'm just gonna do that much because, girl, we don't need to go crazy as much as I feel like it. All right, so you know what? I think I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer so we can get a good look at the skin. Let's see what she does. I'm using a Fenty Beauty foundation brush. I think she came out with a brush as well, but girl, a brush is a brush in my opinion. I mean, not really, but like, girl, it ain't that deep. I want the foundation. So let's see what we could do. So first impressions as it's laying on the skin. It has a great amount of coverage for this little bit of like foundation I'm applying. As you can see, I kind of have a little bit of, I don't know what that is, girl. I don't want to think it's hyperpigmentation. I don't really feel like it. I don't, girl. Don't ask me. But we got things to cover, okay? And it's doing a fairly good job. Granted, I am using a really dense type of foundation brush, and those are great for adding coverage for those who may not know. If you're looking for, you know, just a better way to add coverage to your foundation without having to necessarily have a full coverage foundation, brushes like this are really great. And honestly, from e.l.f. to higher end ones, you can get some really good brushes. It's beautifully glowy. It is a beautiful glow, and I can already tell that I can set this and it's going to set really nice and just give it more of a natural powdered down finish, right? But I feel like it's still gonna give me a nice little glow underneath. I mean, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I think I'm gonna try to build it up. I basically used everything that I pumped on my palette. So I'm gonna take another pump and see what we can do as far as building coverage, especially in my problem area. I'm focusing more of that second layer on the inner part of my face versus the perimeter. That way it can just blend seamlessly down my neck because I'm not putting product on my neck. Okay, so I do feel like it looks really nice and glowy on the skin. I think it laid well on my skin. Yeah, it looks great. Now, obviously we need to set it and see how it plays with other products, but so far the coverage is buildable. It feels really hydrating. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that, which I kind of expected with something that's supposed to be more hydrating. It's sitting on the skin really, really nicely. I'm moving on to concealer, and I've been loving the Fenty Beauty Wear Even Hydrating Concealer. This has been one of my favorites. I went through a concealer rut over the past month trying to find something that was really working well with my under eyes because I was struggling with creasing, and this one is really great, which I'm actually kind of excited to pair this with the foundation just because I'm assuming they're going to work well together, being that they're supposed to be more hydrating products, so we will see. The shade that I'm using is 265W. One of the other things about my makeup that's kind of changed is I don't necessarily go for a white bright under eye anymore. I do like brightness, but I like to use more so brightening powders versus like really, really bright concealers. So yeah. I feel like the lens that I'm using is making me look super, super white on camera. Not that I'm not very light skinned, but it's like highlight. It's almost like the brightness is just turned all the way up, girl. Moving on to contouring, bronzing, contouring, whatever. I'm using the Patrick's Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo, and She Sculpted. This is actually new to me. I used it once before, and I love. Yeah, so far everything is looking good. I'm not surprised by that at all. I would have been really disappointed if I didn't feel like this was gonna be good. But so far, it's doing well. I mean, as expected, as expected. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my blush. I'm also using Fenty Beauty. This is the shade Rosé Latte. This is one of my favorite shades from them currently. I've just been really obsessed with this color. It is so beautiful. She has been loved, as you can see. To set my face, I'm going to use the Givenchy Prism Powder in the shade 3 for my under eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in the shade Sand. And I kind of get the powders prepared more so this one. So as soon as I blend my under eye again to make sure there's no creasing, I go straight in with my powder puff. And I have a feeling, I don't know if it's true or not, but I feel like they're gonna be discontinuing this because it just is either always out of stock or could be on sale. And I'm just like, no. I can't even lie to you guys, that set so beautifully. I'm quite pleased. Like, that set really nice. I mean, I didn't expect it not to, but all right, so honestly, we're almost done. I'll do eyes and lips off camera because, girl, I'm gonna say that for another day. We're here for Fenty, okay? Moving on, I do like to use this Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. This is the shade medium, and I like this because it gives this like blurred yet luminous finish to where it kind of like brings the eyes forward a bit, which is kind of the point of highlighting. So it's a really bomb product. And she recently came out with a pink shade. So for all my girls who love pink, there you go. And it's really ugly looking. Like, look at that. I dropped it and I was doing anything to save it because I don't necessarily like ordering makeup online, to be honest with you. And the Ulta that I got it from did not have this shade anymore in stock. So yeah, we just had to put it together, call it a day. We're gonna go ahead and pull out the Patrick Ta again, and we're going to bronze. Girl, the complexion is eating. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, I know I need to relax because the true test ain't really anything until you have like a good like 6 to 8 hours. To me, I feel like is normal. Like that's normal to me. I don't wear makeup that long, and oftentimes when I do my makeup, I be taking it off shortly afterwards. That's just kind of the life of a makeup content creator. But yeah, girl, I guess maybe I should pop back on here in a few hours to let y'all know what it is. Blush, I'm gonna be using the MAC Warm Soul Blush. Classic, classic. So pretty. And then I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of highlighter. I've become a highlighter girl again, and I'm really excited about it because when highlighter took over the world in 2016, 17, and we was all doing what we could to get it, okay? I just loved the excitement. Like there's nothing like a glow that really just, okay? The new Fenty Beauty. This is their Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter. I also want to point out Fenty Beauty 2024, this Demi Semi Soft Lit, like that whole, you know, like middle ground situation they're doing. I really like it. Although I really feel like this ain't, girl, Demi for who? Because this got some glow to it. But I really do like that, this little era of marketing for them. I love the soft lit, the demi, the semi, the whatever you want to call it, okay? And I just do really a little bit because honestly, you don't need that much. And I like to just really focus it here. I'm always gonna have texture right here, so I'm just not one to bring, why would I do that? You know what, even like looking like on my forehead and just like around the face, I love that the glow is still coming through, and that's what I was really hoping for with this foundation. Like I was wanting it to be a settable foundation that still gave me this soft matte finish, especially in my T-zone, but when I shift my face, you could see the glow and it's really radiant. It's just really like lit from within type of vibes, which I'm here for. Okay, so as far as skin, we did that. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of these brows, the eyes, and do my little lip combo. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna finish off with my thoughts, give you guys some close-ups to see like how we're liking it. And then I might even pop back in a couple hours just to show you the wear and how it's looking. So I'll be right back. My makeup is done. Here are my thoughts. I think the foundation looks really beautiful. Now, granted, I just finished my makeup, so I definitely want to pop back in and show you guys how it looks in the next few hours. This is very reminiscent of a lot of the formulas that I really like and I gravitate to. I love that as I move my face, you still get this really beautiful glow. But looking straight on, everything is set in the center in a really beautiful semi-matte way, which I like. There's still movement, it's not flat. I'm getting that lit from within look, which is really beautiful and stunning in person, on camera, events, whatever the case may be. These are the type of formulas I feel like look the best on people, and it plays really well as far as a middle ground for those who like more of a matte. They can still play around with this, or people who do like more really luminous and glowy foundations. I think this is a great pairing in between those type of finishes, and I love how they described it as a notch above natural, which I think is really cute. I love that because it's gonna give glow, but not on the oily side. My powders and everything look stunning with this formula, and yeah, I think it had great coverage. It was buildable. It's given 9 out of 10 because I don't know yet how it's going to wear, but initially doing my makeup, very, very beautiful, very stunning. So I do want to pop in a few hours just to see how it wears. I'm gonna bring you guys in so we can look more at the skin and see how it's doing and just how everything is settling together. All right, you guys, we are zoomed in, and as you guys can see, as I turn my face from different angles, we still get this glow from the cheek. I have highlighter on, but I'm more so talking even right here. We have glow there, but there isn't separating. There isn't tons of creasing. Just, it's a really beautiful, like she said, golden hour lit from within finish. It obviously, as you can see, the powders and everything melted really beautiful with this foundation. Really, really stunning. I didn't obviously put foundation underneath my eyes, so that's not really a concern. Everywhere else though, just beautiful. It's really beautiful close up, which is always good. But from away, it just is stunning. The color match is pretty spot on. Probably one of the best ones they put out. It's a top contender with the Eavesdrop formula, both the liquid and the stick, because those are very highly raved about and really loved. I love both formulas. They're definitely top 10. So I feel like this foundation is definitely a contender for the other ones that she came out with. Fenty does something really well with complexion, and I don't know who's in the lab cooking, but they're doing the damn thing. It's been a few hours since I applied my foundation. I was outside and the wind was doing me so bad. Lip gloss gets stuck in, with my hair. So I feel like the foundation looks fairly well. One of the key things I was looking for was separation in my smile lines and even my dimple. And no, it's still glowy, which is really, really nice, but no separation in those areas which are really prone for me to separate because there's a lot of movement, right there. I have like a little tiny streak that you guys probably can't see of lip gloss across my cheek because of my hair. But yeah, I mean, it's been a few hours, so I can't attest to like a 12-hour day, but I don't wear makeup for 12 hours, so you're not gonna get that from me. But it's been several hours and I haven't touched up anything, haven't blotted anything, and I just feel like this is a really, really amazing foundation. Beautiful. Glow is still just coming through, and the glow is a glow. It's not oily, it's not shiny, it doesn't look like it's melting off. It is a truly beautiful radiant finish, which I'm obsessed with, I love, and I'm going to be using this often. Very pleased, girl. So that is my little check-in. I would have gave you guys timestamps, but it's really not that deep. So yeah. And that's it, girl. The product is beautiful. That's really about it. I think Fenty does a really great job of putting out really amazing products. They're just one for the books. And it's not just because Rhee's the face, right? Everybody loves Rihanna, so I think that also gets people excited about the brand. But they actually have good products. Like, they actually have good products, whether Rihanna was the face or not. These are quality products, and as you guys can tell, I love the brand, and I do love their products because you guys see them often in my makeup tutorials and videos and stuff like that. So they're doing their big one. They really are. Overall, with packaging, obviously the foundation itself, the price range isn't terrible. I think it's pretty on brand with a lot of things. They are in that middle between, like, they're not drugstore, but they're not super, super high end. They're right in the middle. I think the girls are gonna love this. I think the girls are gonna really love this. And that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into my channel. It's been a long time since I posted. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I definitely want to put out more makeup content. I'm a makeup girl through and through, so that's what you guys are gonna get a lot with me. So if you guys just want to see more tutorials, reviews, tips and tricks on all that fun stuff, make sure you guys subscribe, of course, like this video, share it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.